Hey guys, it's Ginger here, and I just wanted to make an update video about what happened in the last few months and where I've been. And this is my new baby, Joshua. I've been learning how to be a parent and be a wonderful parent and balance that with my musical career. I just haven't had as much time. I just haven't had as much time to make YouTube videos anymore. But now that I've gotten the hang of parenting, I'm definitely, what are you doing? I'm definitely jumping back on the bandwagon of making YouTube videos.
One day I made a way.
Uh-oh. Oh, come here. Did you bump your head? He bumped his head. I am so kidding. I am nowhere near parenthood. So for the last month and a half or 2 months or whatever, I have been in New York State, in New York City, mostly New York State, recording music with David Barron, who has produced for the Lumineers, Pink, Shawn Mendes, Lenny Kravitz, just lots of like ridiculously famous people. I'll tell you the backstory. Not a lot of people will watch this probably, but I'm going to explain for those who care what has happened with my musical journey. 2 years ago, I started working on Upwork. I had just moved to South Africa. I needed to make money, and I was like, desperate pretty much. And so, sorry for the noise in the background with my sister's kids. That was my sister's kid, by the way, not my kid. So 2 years ago, I moved to South Africa. I started on Upwork, and one of the first projects that I actually got was with a woman named Tina, who wanted her husband's poetry turned into a song for like their anniversary. I think it was an anniversary. So I did that, and I made 2 songs for them. And her husband loved it. Her husband's name is Matthew. And so Tina got me connected to Matthew, her husband. And Matthew has been sending me poems for the last 2 years to turn into songs. And I've never, like, throughout the last 2 years, I was like, oh yeah, this is really fun. Like, I never really took it that serious. I always really enjoyed working with Matthew because he's very easy to work with and easygoing, which is awesome if you've ever worked with clients. It's like amazing when you find someone easygoing. It's so nice. After about a year, I finally see them. Throughout the whole first year, it was like literally just messaging on Upwork and emails. I think most of it was emails with Matthew. And so I eventually video called them, and like they had said they had this idea for like recording music and making an album at some point maybe, and like taking it more serious. And I was like, cool, sounds good. Like I didn't really take it that serious because
not everything comes into fruition.
Love that word. Eventually, I think it was like sometime, I'm not going to talk about the months, but eventually I ended up talking with David Barron and Matthew on a 3-way video call. And at that point I was like,
oh my gosh, like this is David Barron. Like I'm talking to David Barron. This is not like bullshit. This is all real.
Time passed. Eventually I got on a plane and I flew to New York. I've never really been to New York for more than a couple hours at a time. I went to New York. They had me stay in New York City at the Roxy Hotel for a couple nights. And then we explored New York, took a bunch of photos. My first ever photo shoot. You can see some pictures on my Instagram, The Ginger Win. And we recorded a music video for the song. It was my first music video ever, like a real music video with like 5 photographers and 3 videographers. It was insane. It was shot on Jane's Carousel in Brooklyn, New York, which is a vintage carousel. I'll put a picture here. It's so cool. It's a vintage carousel from like a long time ago. They've preserved the carousel and it's just fantastic. It's in Brooklyn. It costs like $1 to ride it, maybe $2 per person. It's really cheap. So long side note. So we went to New York. We recorded a music video for a song called Super 8, which is the first song that Tina had me do 2 years ago for Matthew. We make the music video for Super 8, and at this point, all we have is a demo that I made. And I'll maybe put the demo at the end of this video so you can hear it. And I'll maybe put the song at the end of the video so you can like hear the progression of it, which would be really cool. I'll do that. So this is so exciting. We filmed the video at Jane's Carousel, and then we drive 2 hours upstate New York to Boyceville, New York, and we go to David Barron's studio and we record lots of songs. Not really sure what we're doing. with it yet. We record lots of songs, and Super 8's the first song that we do in the studio, and it turns out amazing. And so we released the song 2 weeks ago. I haven't even like talked about the song being released on my YouTube. So this is why I've changed the YouTube to Happy Writing, because Ginger Wynn is the YouTube for this music I'm doing with Tina and Matthew, more like an artist, Ginger Wynn, whatever. And then Happy Writing is songwriting content and like more behind the scenes or whatever. I don't know how to describe it. So I have this song out now. It's called Super 8, and there's a music video, and there's like so much going along with it. And I did my first radio interview in Woodstock. If it's still available to listen to, I'll link it below. It's me and Matthew. We hosted an hour of radio time as the DJs, and we put together a playlist, an hour-long playlist. The guy, Gregory, super nice guy, interviewed us, and we had just a jolly time at Woodstock Radio Woodstock. And it was my first interview. It was so awesome. It might have been Matthew's first radio interview as a music guy, because he's a lawyer. So he's not even in the music business. So we're both like diving into the music business head first, not really knowing what we're doing, but it's so fun. I guess the whole point of this video is, now I realize what the point is. I didn't know what the point was when I started, but I knew that I needed to update you guys, because I'm sure you're like, what happened? Like, you were making videos pretty consistently. I've just been really busy. So the whole point of this video is I started doing music when I was 11. No, actually, I started playing music when I was born, because I'm part Hawaiian. My dad got me a ukulele. I've been playing like forever. I don't even remember learning how to play. I was too young. I've been doing music forever. I've always wanted to be in the music business. When I was like 9, I decided I'm gonna win a Grammy. And I'm 24 now. And so it's taken me 15 years to get where I am. And it's been a very slow, like the journey of my music business has been like this. Like very slow climb. And then 2022, exponential growth. I think that's what it's called. So about 10 years of just like very slow growth. But I enjoyed what I was doing, and so I didn't mind. And I knew, in my mind as a child, I knew if I quit, or I knew that if I stay in this business, everyone else will quit, and my chances will be much higher. So I knew that. And I feel like with whatever you're doing, that's sort of like how it works. If you quit, my dad used to always tell me when I was a kid, winners never quit and quitters never win, because my name's Ginger Wynn, so he thought that was special, and his name's Wynn too. With whatever you're doing, just remember that it takes time, and it takes 10,000 hours. It really does. At least from my experience, it really does. And I can talk more about my journey and like really get into the details of like what happened and how I got this far. But to like zoom out and do like the overarching view, whatever you call it, it takes time. It takes commitment. It takes that, like I am just a musician. Like I can't imagine life without music. I have imagined it. I was a pastry chef for 3 years, and like I didn't do much music, and it wasn't fulfilling me, and it didn't feel right. So it's hard to describe how I got here, but I would say that it just takes time. But you can do it if you stick with it. And if you give something 10 years, the chances are you will have bypassed everyone who quit, and you will have gotten the experience needed to really be amazing. And everything that takes time, it's like an acorn. Everything that takes time to grow is steady and sturdy. So I hope this video inspires you. It's been a journey, and I've been on YouTube for quite a few of those years, so I'm grateful that I've had people enjoying the content that I make, and I'm grateful that I get to help people by sharing what it is that I do. And I think for the next video that I make, I'm going to share everything I learned working with David Barron, because I took notes, because I knew I wanted to make a video about it, and I knew I wanted to remember. So I took notes from things like, I don't want to share what I'm going to talk about, but I took notes, and it's been, just the stuff he's told me so far has been helpful to me already. So I will make a video about that if you want me to. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to end the video here. And I'll put the song at the end of the video so you can listen to it and hear it and compare my demo to David Barron's version. They're both very different, but they're both amazing. And I feel blessed. I feel very grateful. So thanks for watching, guys. Happy writing.
I never believed the wishes could come true.